start with an opening statement on the game today.
Florida Gulf Coast played really well. Very talented team. Good leadership with Comer and Fielder, and of course Thompson. They did a fantastic job. Our game plan from the beginning was to stop them in transition. They still were able to get a transition basket, get up tempo like they normally try to do. Other goal of ours was to keep them off the glass. They out-rebounded us by 11. They are a formidable opponent, and they're going to do well in this Atlantic Sun tournament.
Is it almost a helpless feeling, Corey, when they come out playing the way they did today with the Jets on like that?
You know what? I wouldn't say a helpless feeling. If we could have made some baskets, we had some shots wide open. We could have made some baskets, then it's a different ball game. But it's frustrating a little bit for me when, that was one of the things we emphasized in stopping the ball, trying to contain Comer and not necessarily take the ball away from, but at least contain him, stand between him and the basket. That was our goal. And he certainly got his shoulders around, Bernard got his shoulders around. And once they got in the paint, they were able to make good passes to their teammates and find guys for open shots. And that escalated, and they got a big lead. And when you play a team like them and you got to fight back, it's very difficult to do that.
They may have had a better game here tonight than they had the last time you saw them, but did you guys maybe, you guys haven't finished the regular season strong, did you guys maybe not have just overall as good a game? Were you guys not in as good a position this time as you were last time?
You know what? When we looked at the film, we thought we could come in here and win the game. We weren't going to say that to anybody in the press, but amongst ourselves, we felt like the last time we played them was a great game. And, we missed some shots. But for whatever reason, in warm-ups, we shot the ball very well. Then game time started, we got a little tight. And when you start missing shots, you start second-guessing yourself. I think if those shots go in early, we get some easy basket, all of a sudden, now you feel okay. You get settled in a little bit, and now you're not so tight. But first half, we were tight, and the lid was on the basket. We couldn't score any easy basket. And whenever you can't get Willie Green started from the beginning, he's very instrumental in what we do. When he scores, we're a better basketball team. When he doesn't score, everything now becomes out on the perimeter, which that's something that we didn't want to happen today.
Coach, they obviously have a different staff and different guys, of course, from last year, but just the fact that they have so many guys who were part of that run last year, how much is that worth to them, you think, right now?
It means a lot because those guys are experienced. They've been there, done that. They got the T-shirt. It's kind of like when I was started out at Oral Roberts University. The first time we went to the NCAA tournament, those guys didn't want to go anywhere else. And so their mindset is totally different. They understand the stress that is involved with coming to the Atlantic Sun tournament and stepping up their game. When you go to the Sweet 16 like they did, that becomes very valuable, very valuable.
They're a different team in the A-Sun than just about every other A-Sun team, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Just the way they push the ball and stuff. And would you be surprised if they actually lost in this tournament?
I think we got some good basketball team. I think when you look at Florida Gulf Coast and Mercer, we never could come within striking distance against Mercer. So we got some good teams, and it's interesting. Some teams give other teams a little bit more of a challenge than others for whatever reason. The matchups, and I think they match up well with us. They push the ball, they can get the ball inside, and they got guys on the perimeter who can score. But here's the thing I think that they got at the very end. They've been there. That means something. That's extremely valuable. They've been there, they've done it before, and they know what it takes to get there again.
You talked about Bernard Thompson, you talked a little bit after the game. He just is like, hit you with dagger after dagger this year. I mean, when they had the 12-0 run with all those threes, he had two of them. And what he did to earlier.
Andy Enfield, a good friend of mine, when he got Bernard Thompson, he was extremely excited. And now I know why. He hurt my feelings the other day, the last game we played here. And I saw him in the hall, and all I did was just touch him in the chest. And he's a good basketball player. I mean, he has to be good. He's from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. He has some toughness about him, some grit, and he's a competitor. And, those are the things that we got to do here at Stetson University. You got to get guys, at that caliber that play that hard and compete on that level.
Familiar face, not a familiar haircut to us, but Hunter Miller. went out nicely, I thought, tonight.
You know, Hunter Miller finished up his career quite well, and it's interesting. You know, at the end of the basketball game, we're in the locker room. Shucks, they had me crying. But those seniors was, you know, they were really, really hurt. They really wanted to win, and I brought them up and I hugged each one of them. I talked to them in front of their team and told them how proud I was of them. And I got to Hunter Miller. I said, I know when you got me, you didn't know what the heck to expect. And I said, I like to think that it worked out pretty good. And he said, yes, sir. And he was, you know, in tears. He played his butt off for me. He gave me, Hunter Miller is an example of a kid who gave you what he had. He was not the fastest. He was not the best shooter. He was not the best ball handler. But by God, he did turn the ball over. When he had open shots for the most part, he knocked them down, and he competed his brains off. So he made up for whatever he lacked. He had it inside of here. And I appreciate it. I told him I love him for what he gave me. And, of course, the season didn't end like we wanted to end, but I'm awfully proud to be your coach. And I said, your name will always be synonymous with me because this is my first team, and you're a part of my first team ever. And I'm proud of those guys.
Are you proud of FGCU?
FC
Them going forward, you know, I know you wanted to beat them, but is there pride too in them doing well?
You know what? I know a lot of the people on their staff, and those are my friends. And, of course, I want them to do well. And but now I would be lying if I said I didn't want to kick their behind. I love them, but I want to kick their behind. That's just me. I'm not I'll shake your hand before the game, but when we get between the line, I want to try to win. And but they certainly got a good basketball team, and Coach Dooley has done a fantastic job with them. And they have just as good a chance as anybody in our league.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. See you next year.
Absolutely.